People will join as they join, whatever.
Yo.
Let me know when you're here.
I see a swirling circle. Oh, and I
That
came as
way.
well.
Yeah.
Do you
Widow
hey,
Pacific.
do you think you'd ever want to go over like a Widow VOD with me? Like of my gameplay? Because I think that you know a lot more than I do, and I just sometimes frag out, and then positionally I like fuck up a lot.
Maybe, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if that like assumption is true. You might be better off like even if it's harder to do, like either getting like the Cal Yoon guy if you can provide him a VOD
Yeah, I was
is
gonna
apparently
give him
free. Sabo would be pretty good for that if you can stand him. Or like
Yeah, I can handle the chirps.
maybe even Rusty, even though his mic cuts out.
Yeah.
I just laugh every time I listen to Rusty talk when he cuts out.
But from my understanding of both Sabo and Rusty, they don't. Some of their advice is actionable, but a lot of it is like just a little too general or broad
Yeah.
to really like nail down what you should have done in a specific instance. Because I think they're just trying to make you think about it.
Yeah. The bigger picture for yourself.
All right. So I'm looking at comps right now in this game. I don't
Okay.
Yeah.
like.
I swear.
Oh.
I see the also.
That means Robin is in. Oh, that's Danny. Hey, Danny.
Hello. How do you do that?
I don't know.
Just type what's in the chat.
They're just like Twitch emotes.
Epic prank.
Oh,
Got
that's sick.
free.
Yeah, things just come through. So our comp
sorry,
very much
proceed.
wants to just go in. I think you end up like using this as
Play.
your launch pad. The
Oh,
Zoom
yeah?
Fist. I think if we're gonna wait, you might as well just set up from here. And that way they don't see you as easily, but I don't know where the Widow
Widow
is.
far upper left.
Can
Yeah,
we
I
wait
can
1
see it.
second? That's true. I think their Widow was
Where are
like
you?
back
Sir?
right.
Just gonna dive in, you guys ready?
Oh, there you are. There you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the left.
He runs right into a trap.
Yep.
A bubble, so no bubble for you.
I'm not.
It's fine. We forced them all the way the fuck back. Like, this guy should die. This guy's probably next target. Anna's positioned well. Wrecking Ball gets to be wherever the fuck he wants.
I'm going.
And we kill 3 of them in the opening engagement. That's fantastic.
Stay by, stay by.
I'm going up.
Right here?
Oh, you're nuts.
Mercy's still alive.
Mercy.
Where does
Mercy
the
dead.
They're dead?
Widow dead.
Okay, cool.
They're all gonna have close spawn.
Good players have
Wait.
50 plus energy.
I have 60.
Widow got.
Alright, Widow got far
Widow
spawn.
got far
That's a
spawn.
good watch. Good
Everyone
call
goes
out.
to push. Sorry,
Robin is in like 2 deep
right
here.
side by yourself.
I was with them.
Yeah.
I'm Nana.
A2's on like a savage flank right now.
Yeah.
Like we could be fighting this as like a 4v5 or a 5v5, but we came in so split. I'm huge energy right now, but
Yeah, I might Nana you.
and so like I'm forced
I'm
back,
ready
unable to
to
do
go
anything
over
despite
healing.
my energy,
Shield for you, shield for someone.
and we have to wait for heals, and now they're
Wait,
regrouped. Okay. They know you're there. Do they tire you or something? Yeah.
This I was so sad.
You can't knock them back,
Widow in top.
but we're able to fight this because we have ult advantage.
Can't punch the tire though.
Gonna mine.
Swing, I get you. Run low.
Mercy low, Mercy low.
I just completely missed the mercy there because I'm trying to.
Widow stairs.
I get a clutch bubble on A2.
Very one. No bubble.
On top of subway. She's dead.
Cart. You only have Lucio heals?
Get her. No personal.
I said fuck it.
Don't have Anna.
I have shield for you.
You still have grab?
Don't let her rest.
You have 4?
She's resing. Okay.
4v4?
Nice.
Jump one.
Let me know when you have ult.
Oh, I'm on. Sorry, I used it to kill somebody there.
Yeah. Watch Widow.
I don't think this game goes terribly poorly, if I recall.
Shield for you in 2.
No, I switch off Doomfist pretty quick here.
I think we give it a fight.
Where's the widow?
I have ult.
Yeah.
I have a fucking AKM beat.
Bubble could have been better.
I have
Shield
Sombra,
in 2.
Sombra. Watch tire, I know I beat.
Backing up for it.
That was Sombra, upper left.
Backing out.
I had my own personal shield there, if I recall. I just didn't use it in time.
Forget how I got tired there. I think I was
I'm gonna go
coming
Widow now
in to
because
try
they
and
have Sombra.
speed you
Yeah,
because
I'll
I
get
didn't think you
Widow
were.
as much as
I don't remember.
They're peeking me.
So you swap Widow here.
Alright,
Who has high ground control?
I think their Sombra was up there.
I think
once.
they'll have high ground control. Like we can get our hamster up there, but like our healers don't really want to be looking up there, and their mercy can just do whatever. I think it's easier for them to maintain high ground than
missing?
us.
Going in.
So you're gonna be playing mostly behind us,
That's it. That's it.
Nice.
but it doesn't matter if you get a shatter like that,
We get down.
Ryan's low.
because you can do whatever you want. I'm off doing side things. I need to be with A2 right now. How did I get split off?
That's it. That's
Nice.
it.
Basically with, oh, I kill that guy,
We get down.
and
Oh,
then
you didn't
I
fall off
focus.
there. It looked
Ryan's
like
low.
you were going to.
I know the Sombra's around, I'm checking
Sorry,
behind,
sorry,
he's
sorry.
not there. Okay.
Just up top.
But I'm not
Let's be
affecting
Ryan,
this
go
fight
in there.
right now.
Holy fuck.
I'm being
Nice.
useless.
Thanks for healing me.
Watch out for the Sombra. I bubbled you.
I did bubble you, but that's
You
it.
did, I saw that.
Yeah, okay.
Sombra's
Did you get
low
charge
here.
off
I'm
it?
on our translocator.
Yeah, I got a ton.
Dead.
See right there?
Inside on point, no bubble.
Sorry, I'm point no bubble.
Beating
Sorry.
Chris.
Big anti, big anti.
Huge anti.
Huge. Ryan low.
Ryan dead, Ryan dead.
Doesn't really.
Sorry,
Yeah.
dead.
Sorry, down. Mercy.
Maintaining a
Oh my
consistent
God,
target is what we
scary
need to do.
Number one.
It worked out here because we had the snowball,
What
but I
is
think
that?
on other maps it doesn't.
Doesn't give. Done.
We're using the gridiron skin. Nothing's gonna go wrong though, so.
You
No,
nading
don't get in
him?
my way, dude. I'm nading.
Sorry.
I didn't know you were.
It's works 80% of the time.
Alright, we try a defense delay. I don't think
Fucking
Widow
jeez.
does enough against this comp, unfortunately, unless you get a pick on like this guy. It's
Yeah.
like impossible
was
for you
having
to
a tough
really
time.
deal with this.
Just headshot while she's invisible. Lol. Forehead.
Yeah.
Just have good game sense.
Although they're doing this thing where they're running solo healer, so like any poke on a tank will stick. Like if you can crit either of these two, it's probably good enough to
Mhm.
like pseudo win the fight. Like I don't think Zarya does a ton here either. Like maybe it bubbles against the Hammond dive, like it keeps the Ana up.
We don't really have a combo besides minefields, which are just better for defensive stalling anyway. So I think it might be better to pick up the Diva.
Yeah. Or just drop it and have like some DPS that better deals with this dive. Like McCree is okay against the Hammond, but like kind of sucks against these two.
What about a soldier maybe? To like help
The-
sustain.
I mean, the soldier's like damage and sustain, right? But like this guy just leaves.
That's true.
So that was kind of my problem. Like, yeah, you can't miss the hamster, but you also can't really kill the hamster if he's paying attention. And like the ultimate does nothing into any of these guys. Like they
Mhm.
just don't care. You're better off saving the visor for like a counter to this, or like a counter to this.
Well,
And you're so
this is
relying on
all-
cooldowns that if you get hacked, like you're not surviving the dive anyway.
This is implying we know that they have this comp.
Yeah.
So like, what are other viable options? Because I don't think people are gonna be running solo healer that much.
No.
How do you think the high ground comp works against this? Probably pretty well with all the spam and stuff.
I don't know. It's like they're mobile enough that they can do like this rotation and set up a dive without
Yeah,
taking too
hamming-
much spam.
Hammond claws the statue and jumps up.
So like their initial dive is fine. I think that the high ground strat has enough CC, but like you can't run solo heal and mercy anymore. So you're either dropping the Diva or the Hog, and we're probably Honestly, we'd probably drop the Hog because the D.Va's just better at contesting.
Mhm.
Like, the Junkrat's not good against this, I feel. He does damage, but, like, he doesn't have the CC. So I think, like, McCree Hanzo might be best. But then you run into the problem where you don't have the tire for goats, and it's, like, all over the place. I don't know.
What's your null?
See, it works.
Hey, you got
The
it.
goal, like, you're never going to be able to full
they're
hold
running.
first, I think.
I don't see
Yeah.
many
With
of
comps
them.
like this
Yeah,
coming
they're
out,
having
and all the change. They
It's,
were
uh,
looking for him a lot. If you
I'm
listen to
actually
their...
really
Yeah.
Oh, they see me, dude.
Yeah.
They're taking too long to come in. What are they doing?
They're
We
just
lost first
eating
point
so
because
much
they-
poke.
Their Doomfist might be sending us.
What was that?
We lost first point because they just bladed us, and we didn't really
Ruining the
answer
contenders.
that.
They have Sombra.
Yeah.
Behind?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, Sombra.
No hack zone.
Attacking the hotel. Careful here.
Speed.
Fucking walk up to them.
Can't on me in the back.
That is such a far dive.
Tanks are on me.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to
I'm so glad we
Yeah, you
punched it.
gotta
I am a little... Like, if
Come
we
on,
could
come on.
just hold once, that would have been fantastic.
I woke him up.
go speed
Go,
boost.
maybe do one. Maybe do one.
Hammond?
That should give us all charge. If we can lose
Fine, we're
a
like
third
a
of the
whole
point,
Crap,
that's
I
fine.
gotta live. I gotta go far. So far.
Fucking.
I think
Matt
giving up that
literally
one tick
walked
is
in.
totally get back over you faster.
I think I could have stopped it if I shot the Moira quick or the Sombra on point quicker,
geometry.
because I was like in the window.
Yeah.
I was looking the other way.
Where are you and Arch right now? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll play around hotel.
Genji hugging the hotel. Small.
Be aware I'm not gonna be close enough to boop Sombra. She's on left side.
I left. They're eating my zero charge right clicks. Or. Yeah.
Got him.
D.Va.
Sombra left.
DMing them.
I'm
Ryan's
hacked.
hacked. Backing up.
Someone on me.
Fuck, I couldn't get out.
Fights on, like,
Let me
2
go.
different areas.
Coming
Yeah,
up.
help 1 point here. What's it coming back?
I felt like I had to back up super far against that dive.
Yeah, I agree. I think,
And
like,
I had the Lucio, so I could.
I think
Yeah,
as
the
Zarya,
speed
I
boost
need to, like,
definitely helps.
leave him to just do what he wants and then peel back with you. So I end up dying on point with high energy. I get, like, a decent enough grab off,
Almost dead.
which I don't
Yeah, I'm
even know
starting
was
to-
necessary, but...
Sorry, I panicked.
I'm starting to like Lucio for this because the speed boost is super helpful
Mercy
since
back.
the map's
Come on,
just
Mercy.
flat, like way back. Like eventually
did
they're
mansion.
gonna run out of.
Do
Like,
I don't know about
room.
Widow here.
But
Yeah.
we can just go back as
Yeah.
far as we need.
Honestly, I think Fist.
Mercy's low. Danny has range. If we back up to Arch, I
She's
can
still low.
be there in 3 seconds.
Get you one.
You can touch.
Beating.
I'm attacking.
Get you.
The
There's
snipers
bubble
are
line
less
side, I think.
relevant, so Zen's not as necessary.
In the hamster.
Monkeys ulting behind.
Okay.
Like his health just doesn't go away.
Hammer down.
I might die here. I'm gonna die.
Just monkey back.
Really
Hammer
glad
side.
the
Yep.
snipers
Go,
aren't
go,
being
go.
played as much
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what we
If you
needed
speed boost,
for
I'm good.
support
Go,
meta
go,
to
help
switch
taking
up,
too.
which means a lot more comps are viable now that
should
the
I go, like,
supports
Tracer
are
or something?
viable.
I'll just peek you guys. Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Honestly, I think, like, yeah, Tracer's fine.
Because
think,
you
like,
like
defense
needed
would
Mercy
be
Zen
pretty
whenever
sweet
they
too.
had snipers.
I don't know how to run them defensively.
Alright, here comes the blade.
Just try and not get hacked.
They have Pharah waiting on the dog. That's Genji climbing up.
Him and left. Watch your summer hack.
Hacked behind.
She's behind.
Upper.
Ah, fuck, I got one shot. No
Yeah, he
heals,
was
no
due.
heals. Genji's coming
What's it
from
low?
Arch.
What's it low?
Hamster also one.
We should have just been able to speed boost out of that, shouldn't we?
Back, copy back.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
I think so.
I think
Used
we
it, he
backed up
dashed
too
to
late.
it.
That plus, like, a,
Damn. Okay.
We should have been ready for
Ah,
that.
fuck, I got-
Just peek you guys.
that
They
plus
hammer.
a boop should
Honestly, I
have
think,
been okay,
Like, yeah, Tracer's fine.
I think.
I think like D-Fist would be pretty sweet too.
If it was
I don't know how
damage
to run
boosted, then the
defensively,
Yeah,
but-
then a
just try
dash
not get
slash
hacked.
one
They have
shots, right?
Pharah waiting on the dog.
Yeah.
That's Genji climbing up.
Let's see.
Him and left.
We probably should have just
Watch
been
your
further
summer
back
hack
in
behind.
We got
general. I
hacked.
don't know.
Ah, fuck,
Oh wait, he
Uh,
dashed super fucking far back. I don't
Yeah,
know if
he
we could.
was.
No heals. Yeah, no,
Through
he
the
like he
second.
was
Yeah,
right
just
on
goes
me with the
low.
dash. He didn't dash in front.
Hamster also one.
I think we take the L and just save
Grab me back, copy back.
the shatter, but the only way back is the shatter.
Damn. Okay. That was a good hold though.
Just took over.
Maybe instead we
Roll.
good mind
give
field.
2 ticks and try to recontest when the supports are closer to being spawned. But they have so much speed, I don't know if we can do that.
Can you do anti?
Maybe just
Michael's still on point.
like we're stalling a while here. It's costing us some ults, but we are stalling a
Alright,
while
yeah,
here.
back up, but now.
I need to get off this character, I think, too.
Our Ryan got far spawn. Just
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go speed boost them. Back
Alright,
up,
bring
right
him
now.
back.
They can just collapse on us real fast.
Yeah. I no longer am getting energy from these guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swap off after Grav.
They have back now.
To what? To Tifa or something? Oh no, to a DPS.
I mean, if I can bubble
My last
whomever
play
is
through wouldn't be
being
awful.
hacked,
What the
it
hell's
should be
that?
okay.
Watch Hammond.
If A2 is
we're
able
gonna
to...
Hammond's half.
We're in a position where A2 is able to swing and I can shield him, it should be okay.
I'm hacked. Stop over behind.
I'm like,
We're split here on this.
Diva 1, Diva 1.
The blade just is what keeps getting us, I
Genji
think.
low, Genji low.
Selling point.
Dude, I am forever hacked. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think Winston maybe.
We have Shatter. Wanna give it up?
Yeah, we'll get another contest.
I don't know if
Robin needed to die on point.
It
We
goes.
both tank.
Genji low.
So like here,
Selling point.
here the fight's
Hacked
over.
currently.
Him?
Yeah, a second it was.
No, he's well.
It's
It
not now.
doesn't matter. He can
but,
just
like,
leave.
Yeah.
Like
Dude, I am forever hacked.
Yeah, now
oh my
we can-
god.
yeah, I think Winston maybe.
Probably
It does
would
stall
just-
it longer, but
We
it's
have
a decent amount of
Shatter.
ult
Wanna
charge.
give it up?
I mean, I got a full shield there,
We
and
can
I was able to stall
contest
for like
there.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I guess that's
They only
good.
get 600 HP of ult charge from me, and I get ult charge myself. It's-
That's fair.
That's
Yeah,
good.
he gets back from
Let me know
spawn
when you
fast
have,
enough. That gives
mine.
us more time to regroup. I think it might have been fine.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he is super fast.
just grab.
Alright.
Cause see,
Let's
now
see
we
if we can
engage
get
at
Shatter
6.
I'm going.
She has my phone.
Speed boosting now, so I think it's fine.
I get my ult eaten here.
What the?
Stop it out.
It's okay, you make up for it.
They hit it. They hit it.
Oh, my bad.
I'm dead.
One on point.
Nice.
Did you kill him on high ground while you were low ground?
Well,
With the
yeah.
Slam.
Right behind?
yeah, that thing is like an AOE
Yeah, it's
Cone.
crazy.
figure. I mean,
They hit it. They hit it.
oh, my bad.
I'm dead.
One on point.
Nice.
It's like a
Try and
giant
peek, keep
cylinder
Okay.
going. Yeah.
and extends like 10 meters above and below the impact.
Hammer behind. He's asleep. He's asleep.
Hop with Hammond.
Shooting now. That was really
Next,
good.
next,
Diva,
next,
Diva.
Diva, I'm like, good.
We're letting.
Going at him?
Almost back. Good job.
Again,
Aye.
again. Come back in.
Pushing him? I want to push this so bad.
Summer and bar.
It's only 3 of us.
does hack not destroy my shields?
I'm there too.
TNP
I'm on
me?
the high ground. Hammond low.
It should, right?
I'm like, good.
I mean, it
Yeah,
did
he
it there.
should.
We're letting.
I've seen it multiple times where it didn't.
Almost back. Good job.
Might be
Aye.
a glitch then, honestly.
Come back in.
Pushing him?
Sound barrier gets eaten. Summer and bar.
Like I have shield, right?
I'm back.
Shit.
Oh, you have
Maybe the
bubble.
bubble.
Dead.
Oh no.
Hammond low.
No, I'm-
You got the speed on you.
Red,
He's dead.
red.
If you're bubbled, you don't lose your shields.
Yeah, it'll just give me infinite energy. So how do I die here? Oh, I'm not paying attention.
Somewhere dead. Somewhere dead.
I need
I'm
to
almost
continue to
there.
back up.
I'm
I
back.
don't.
Get one.
Hammond low.
I mean, there's a res here we ignore too.
He's dead.
That's my bad.
Red.
I'm high energy and nanoed. I need to be carrying this fight.
He's coming back to
What was
point.
it?
Just walking the wrong way.
Somewhere dead. Somewhere dead.
I'm almost there. With bomb.
Oh, thank you.
B Money has the patience.
Dude, I Genji dashed at me at like 50 health, but fucking Robin's bomb killed him. Like right as he was in my face.
I'm clearing right
side mines.
Almost back.
I'm playing to live right now.
They have like no damage out right now.
We're about to have
That's
a
it.
They literally only
Mac low. Mac
Tank.
low.
Diva, yeah, Diva 1.
mercy. Beating?
Focusing
Oh,
off
fuck.
No, back
grab.
for grab.
I'm grabbing a point.
Nading?
Huge.
Oh,
Huge.
Nice.
Be
It's
my
a
left.
huge bump.
Huge killer.
Be money carry.
Hammond.
Oh, God. Oh, God, kill it.
Please.
Can't kill 4 with a bomb if they're not grab.
Small.
Fuck,
Huge.
Nice
man.
grab, dude. Holy fuck. No,
Nice
that was a
patience
grab.
on
Alright, that was. Focus.
Skin. No, you
Passive
had
armor.
one.
Yeah,
Fire Girl, we
looks-
have some trouble on this
kinda
map.
looks like it.
Alright, call him out.
Oh, I'm on Widow, that's why we have trouble.
God, Hamilton.
Oof.
Yeah, you
Sombra.
better run Hammond.
She's slow. Had to translocate.
If they're running a Sombra, I might swap off this real. Yeah, they're running Brig and shit. Just be careful.
Unact.
Hammond left side. Mr. Hammond doing?
Is it really choppy for you guys?
Yeah.
I'm rewinding 1 second at a time. Hold on.
Oh. I was like, this looks really weird.
Top tier.
So both of our tanks are up here. We don't have healing support. We're going to leave Orb on our Mercy for healing for a majority of this fight. Okay, watch this. Also, one thing that we were trying to do in order to keep the Zen more safe is like when it gets down here, we want to, or like down in the pit here, like the car wash, I kind of want to rotate like the Mercy, the Zen, and the Widowmaker up to like high ground areas, and have just the Diva push the cart because she can just leave whenever, and see
Yeah,
if
we
we can
can
control
start
the box here. Because if you're caught down here, like
Yeah, it's a
I feel like you're
definite
just gonna
done.
die. But like we only have Mercy healing 2 tanks for like 7 seconds
Sombra, I
here
might swap off
because
this
it's
real
just
Yeah,
on Mercy
as-
the whole time.
Yeah, they're running.
I mostly
Brig
just
and
try to
shit,
keep
just
it
be
on there
careful.
because I thought they were gonna start focusing. But
Unact.
Hammond left
Assume-
side. Down long.
A2 basically
Healing,
dies
healing,
because
healing.
there you go.
Got you.
He's forced to back out. We lose Mech.
I see.
Diva Discord.
I'm on a Mac. Right.
He went super
Let's-
far
let's
for
take
Ham
the, Zen up top.
Hammond.
Yeah,
Get the Diva on the
Alright.
cart.
Be
careful.
it's on B
Careful
Money
before
who
you go.
doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Brig half up there.
Sombra low.
Wow, they're getting so much value out of
One
their
up
brig
there?
right now. Megalo.
Hammond on me. I'm dead.
On a half
Yeah,
up there.
that's was
Diva.
rotating.
Killed me.
Yeah,
Anti high ground.
I feel like this comp that they're running is really weird.
Should I have like moved a server maybe?
Maybe I don't think your positioning is bad here. I think mine still being down here is kind of bad because I'm not able. Like I'm just looking across here,
Yeah.
just straight up
that's
to
a
their
tough spot
Ana,
for
and
Widow.
I'm just not getting headshots.
But like I just get died by
Right,
Hammond and there's just nothing I can be
Yeah,
done.
I think being
You
up
don't
on
see
that
Gary
ledge
now.
there is fine. It gives Mercy a place to leave whenever she wants, and it should be
Oh,
easily peeled.
Nice, nice.
Nice, good.
server?
But we spend a lot of time fighting their tanks with the Ana up here. I don't know if it was possible, but I think we need to find a way to pressure that. We don't do it until A2 uses his ult and actually jumps up here and then takes out both supports. Maybe I just need to call a dive on it. I was like I had them like half maybe. And eventually like the Ana only healing isn't going to be enough for most of these guys if we're just fighting tanks too, so I don't know. I think we can do it either way.
All one.
Hammond server.
But this one gives them nano
I'm 35 HP behind.
real fast.
Heal.
I want to res too.
Both their healers are dead.
Genji down. Hammond
Let me
low.
communicate the
Sit in back.
res.
Hammond low. He's like one shot.
Ana's back. Ana's back. The
Ana
counter
dead
netting
again.
Diva. I dodged the EMP and the bomb.
Ana's back. Ana's back.
What is going on?
The counter netting.
I don't think there's any reason for you to be this close. I think you can sit back
Yeah.
and serve her. It does make you a little bit more vulnerable to maybe a somber flank.
That's kind of
Maybe
what
maybe you can play the mini here instead. But like,
foot
if you're on
movement
point and they're gonna recontest, they're just gonna come for you, I think. Also, the orb has just been on me for a while, I think.
Yeah. Something I'm trying to work on.
They do end up getting you, but I think we win this fight.
I went to kill something, and then they used the mines, and I like couldn't chase the Genji, and I
Yeah.
was a sad boy. I think what I was wanting to do is I went to kill the D.Va as soon as she loses mech, but then I just completely fucked up and went the wrong way and saw like the Genji and tunneled.
I was mostly trying to stay near payload so I could get peels and if Sombra came after me, with EMP or something, but I probably should have played near mini.
Did we lose this one? There's A2 back. I think my VOD muted, or we're just not saying anything.
It sounds muted to me
Yeah.
because you tiered like game sounds.
Yeah. They like pseudo C9.
I think Fuzz eventually stopped recording our audio too.
Okay, we push up, we get some spawns. Did we need the primal? I don't know. Right now we can just take control of spaceship with everyone. Like, we have a decent positioning right now. Like, I'm happy with this. I don't think we need necessarily bubble. We have sights out. We know where the Sombra is. I think I hit her to half.
I pressured her translocate.
Nice. Alright, it's about at this time of the fight that I think like someone else needs to start pushing the cart. We
I
need
think
to,
it's a lot more dangerous from
yeah. Danny's trying to bail you out.
yeah.
The blade comes in. Yeah. Alright, so they punish us there. This comp is weird to me. They don't have a lot of ambient healing, they're just relying very much on like a very fast engage with their tanks. And the Sombra being able to pick someone. Like I can't do anything to the hamster. But maybe I can like ding the D.Va completely on mech if I'm hitting crits. Force him back. So we can take like something slower and work off my damage.
Yeah, they really just planted the Brigitte up with the Ana for the most part.
Yeah.
Then she would drop down later, but like we should win the frontal war if the Brigitte is not doing anything until then.
B-Money was a little overextended. I think this is just cleanup for us from here.
Yeah, this high ground is very useful.
Yeah. If we can like ever rotate you like along sort of like this area into this area.
Yeah,
should
I
be
was mostly
great.
trying to stay that bridge since they were gonna like recontest from up there. I didn't want to be close to a dive because
Yeah.
it's impossible for them to dive me unless they go bottom left here, which most people don't, especially since you guys are covering. Tried to trans. Was too far away though.
Yeah, okay. So we're gonna lose this one.
So we lost that because we didn't stay on cart.
Kind of? It's a
It wasn't
combination.
moving for a good like couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
While A2
no,
is
yeah.
like ulting and distracting them all. And he's forced to retreat because he gets low.
Yeah, if we stay on guard, we
Or if he just like takes the L and just keeps them here.
yeah, he could have done that too.
This anti is pretty
Because
big.
Ends up testing its Sombra.
That's yeah, that's unfortunate. Alright. Did we lose this one? Said I feel like I'm really not doing anything on Widow, so I think I swap here.
You went
For
fair
Pharah.
and like killed 2 people instantly. Yeah, that's helpful.
It's not bad. Where's Pharah? There it is. Alright, just swapped. Need to clear people out first.
That's when I
Ooh, Beatman and
jumped
dashes in.
and I landed on the invisible Sombra's head. That freaked me out. I'm like, why is there a floor under me now? And I heard the sound. I was like, oh shit, Sombra.
I got bladed and I didn't have to.
Not a bad per se. And then I was like, that and the
He's so
minefield
far
were the only
in.
things that
Fuck.
Hammer do that.
Yeah, he can just do whatever he wants.
Already back.
You could just swing there forever. Scout.
Alright, we make some coordination errors here. Like, he's in on the other side of everything right now. While I was just being hacked and I'm being healed up. So he's forced to leave or die? And the Winston took, like, this path. The hell? Yeah, there's A2.
Did he go underneath?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. And now he jumps, so now he's solo. And I'm occupying most of our Mercy's time. That's my fault.
I was with someone and then they said
We're slowly
Anna.
getting distance on the payload. But like they still mostly control this area, I think, even with the Pharah. And then they come in with Blade. It's the Blade show.
I fed this fight too. I got hacked.
I didn't do much. The fight like took place over here while I was still coming over the wall. So I wasn't able to land rockets on important things. I'd like to be able to just like slowly force him back with my poke. I think in this instance, since they only have one person to really contest me, which is the Ana. The D.Va can be, if she uses cooldown, she gets counter dove. Where am I
That was
right
good.
now? Am I
Sitting
dead?
on you was good.
I am dead.
Did you get slept?
Yeah. Alright. So I'm looking to come over the edge here to attack this high ground, but I didn't realize that this was happening right now. So I actually get slept as I'm conking in for it. I fall down to like this mini area, go this way and get booped and killed. And then the fight continues.
Oh, yep.
Danny's like, peace, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'd leave me too.
Yeah.
But like, look, we have 2 people up here against 4, and like this guy's not going to die in this instance, I think. So we're just fighting on 2 different fronts. Yeah, he just leaves. A2 dies alone in the room, and this fight's over. But there's 3 seconds left, so we have to keep fighting. You just EMP your mines just because. We get hacked again. Ugh. So I think we need to coordinate with Robin on when we're going in, so we can, because at that third point we didn't see Pharah, Winston, or Wrecking Ball on the same target for most of that. I think there was one fight we did where like I was still coming over the edge here while Winston and Wrecking Ball were like over here and they turned it with a whole bunch of ults and then we never got it back. Having a designated target caller would help there. What is going on? Okay. Alright, now we have... Yeah, swap soldier here. Okay, so we don't have any CC outside of this. I mean, I guess we have the knockup, but I think we're going to be using that offensively. So their Wrecking Ball is going to be pushed back primarily through damage.
I liked having soldier here.
It felt fine, but like my ult.
Hey, can we point out something real quick?
Yeah.
Do we want our Zen in the way back?
I feel like Zen can start here,
That's what I was thinking.
or
Next to
even
your
up here,
blue
and
box.
then take this rotation through Cyber.
I like sitting up with the wrecking ball and all them because it's easy to just like get out and nade tanks when
Yeah,
they
I
dive up. But
Alright.
think
don't
that's
know.
reasonable. Like if
I'll
we
go
know they're
blue
running a Sombra,
box.
being 2-split can be detrimental.
Because I
Right.
thought you were gonna be on blue box, which is why I was there, so I could still orb you, but it's harder to orb you up there. Because
I
that's
usually
like
fall pretty quickly. So I probably could have died there. I don't know.
What about server room?
I
The
went
problem with
back to
server room, you
server.
can't really. You can kind of see here, but like you don't have your good sightlines for your Discord or your spam.
yeah, I
important.
can't do anything.
So
in
it's
server.
like safe, but it's not. Like it
And
might
I
work
can't-
for more for Ana than a Zen who has to like balance both duties. I think. 'Cause right now, their attack Zen who's been sitting on payload for most of it has like a bit more ult charge. I don't know if that's just through healing or it's through both.
But we shouldn't be pushing past that big box, right? Like we shouldn't
Yeah.
be peeking over.
We're not really looking to take a fight right away unless we get a huge advantage like this. Now it should be like go time. I think A2 goes too far.
But in the neutral, if we're holding blue box, shouldn't we just be waiting for them to try and contest that, and then we can discord wherever? at
Yeah.
that point?
Yeah, that's true. But even if they jump up on the near side here, which most people do because they realize that they need to retreat as soon as they get too low, like you're not. I don't think you see him from that angle. Where like they can't jump up here, at least, unless they come up this way first, or we give like this rotation up. So like this back blue box, blue box area where like Widow sits, like over here, should be relatively safe, and you can still contribute to the fight.
Alright. It isn't safe if they do the gold and silver team strat that the team on Saturday did.
What was that?
So they had like a dive comp with like Brigitte, and they decided to go through the left door of spawn and went all the way around and up the staircase. Yeah, that way. And went all the way up the staircase, and then like they tried to dive us, but they just kind of like blew up instantly.
What,
Nobody
like
was on
that?
cart, by the way. Not
Yeah,
one
it's still
person was
safe.
on
You can
cart.
see them coming
I
from
mean,
out.
you
Yeah,
should.
no
like,
one was on the cart at all.
The whole point of having the tanks up here is so that they can scout that shit. Like,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh, they went that way. Let's just fucking stay here. Like, who cares? Like, just
Yeah,
have your
that's what
tanks
we
run
did.
up and meet them here. What are they gonna do? If they jump, you counter dive. Their brig can't follow. You kill their tank.
Yeah.
They get antied. Maybe your Widow retreats back here because it's safer, or just comes.
They
onto
just
this
kind of
ledge, I don't know.
instantly blew up once they did that.
Yeah.
And then we like pseudo did their strategy, but not really.
And I need to set up on high ground again. I don't quite because I'm looking. I feel like I'm getting a lot of damage, but I'm not getting a lot of kills. So I drop station here so we can fight.
Yeah, that was a good.
That was a good anti. Keep him up. I'm only staying here because the Winston's not here. Get the mech. Cool.
Winston died, so yeah.
So the D.Va alone won't kill me. E2's fishing. Has he got him? Here we go.
No, I think it's.
Oh, he gets hacked again. Okay, we're fine. Danny's on it. We're set back up again.
I will say though, I did feel very safe back there.
Yeah, I think if the Sombra recognizes you back there, I think she can just come and try to kill you. In which case you're like forced to drop and we're forced to counteract
I
their
went
aggression
over
and
and
give
sat
up like
with him a
most of the
bit.
space.
I went over and
Yeah.
sat with him for that. And like still good sightlines ish. especially if they
I
go
missed my
under.
jump. Fuck. I think that's part of the reason why we lose this one.
Wait, were
So I'm
you
forced to play
rocket
up.
jumping over?
I didn't
or-
even rack and jump. No, I just sprinted.
Oh. Yeah, I
Can you
don't
just-
think
can
you
you make
just
that with your
sprint
sprint?
over.
You can
I
make
think
that
You
with
could
have to-
sprint.
make it, yeah.
Can.
Yeah.
Just mess up.
I thought you had
Uh,
an speed boost for
need the
that.
rest see the Genji here.
Yeah, it's the.
Yeah, I drop station, I ult, they ult. I get blown up because I'm in a bad position.
Yeah.
Without
I
using
trans
cover?
too late.
That's my fault.
If I trans earlier, you might have made it.
Can't
And
fix
then
bad
you prob-
positioning. You know?
Yeah.
Can't with trans.
And nano.
It'll
That's what I
bite you
found
somewhere.
interesting about Zen is like you can pseudo flank with him if you have trans, because they can't hear your footsteps. It's like, oh, they dive you. Just have your team dive point and pop trans. Easy.
Get some nice over aggression here. He's deflecting, but I just hit the Winston in the face when he dies to the splash. Get the push up here. This door not closing is rough.
I feel like that was a good thing for us. We have the range for it.
Yeah. But them coming through choke is also like really bad for them too.
I feel like we could see into their spawn with the Widow and Soldier.
There's the Widow in spawn shot.
Like I was calling to play up here and just cover the cart, but I don't think anyone followed me.
Dynasty did something interesting with something like that on Junkertown. They pushed up without moving the payload past the door on third point, and so they ended up losing that fight. And because they got off the payload, they were able to take another fight with the door open. So it's not always a bad thing. It's more space, and we don't have to funnel into tiny doors.
I think the problem here is that you get hacked. Otherwise, you can leave whenever. I think I like the positioning up here in that like they have so far for them if they want to dive that they're going to be eating poke the whole way.
Like I really think holding the door open was
The play.
a good idea. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know
'Cause
what
we get so much
else
spam into them when they're coming.
strong. Like where do we
Dude.
stand then?
I'm dumb. I was
Do we just
my
stand up
analogy
here?
was for the
I think it's just me and
but yeah, we
HED
have the
holding
range for that.
forward. And we just gotta watch for the Sombra hack, but otherwise we should be good with the spam from long range.
I think if we actually keep you up with nano, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Blown the
agree.
fuck up.
Yeah, that probably wasn't.
But
correct.
we're saving it for nano visor, and then they trans.
Yeah, but we didn't really do anything with that, so I think it would have been.
I almost
better
get Diva
keeping
mech
our
here.
tanks up.
Like these guys get so low. Like I really wanted to push into there. I didn't realize these guys were here. What happens to me? I get discorded and I jump and I die. Yeah. That's right. I thought we were more ahead so we could continually hold that position. I needed to fall back. Transblade.
Not sure how worth it was though, since we don't really have anyone here besides
Yeah.
Ian. PC.
Just can't kill this monkey without discord.
You tried to save me. I respect it.
We end up holding this even if we like lose the map overall.
Did we lose the map? I thought we won it.
Yeah, we only get it to like here, I think. Well, they push it to like the final
Oh.
crest.
So we won all except for this one.
Ooh. A little
What was
early.
the- Well,
I died to this bomb. So yeah, I don't know about the soldier.
I think after second point, it's probably worth to switch, but
I mean, the high ground is still similarly strong.
yeah.
I don't know what to play instead. Maybe just my own Sombra.
The main thing that's strong about Soldier for defending first point is that he can go onto that back high ground. He has plenty of range, and he can heal up Zen. They end up diving.
You don't like Farragus there too?
Far could work. Oh, no,
I
maybe
do
the-
kind of, but like without the Mercy, I feel like I'm gonna be playing like I'm just gonna be poking from range, and at that point I might as well just be a hit scan.
Yeah.
Believe in Danny.
I don't want to take up too much of the healing resource if I don't have to.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe counter Sombra's the play.
If we're running Sombra though,
Doomfist.
then our goal has to be to like aggress onto them and follow up with hacks,
Would
which I
Doomfist
guess
be
we can
bad?
do.
They
Oh,
have
wait,
a
hack. Or the
Sombra.
Sombra would fuck him.
Doomfist wouldn't be
And
that
it's
great.
super hard. You can pretty much only kill Zen like one shot, and the
Yeah,
rest is
okay,
like really hard to
fine.
go on.
You can always do Doomfist here, yeah. Doomfist is wrong. I always like the Doomfist.
I didn't think it was gonna land on the bridge, and it kills me.
ATZ didn't think of that either.
No, but the Sombra was giving me a lot of trouble in this map.
Yeah.
How hack is so detrimental.
Got slap nerd.
Just fucking leaves them.
What was A2 doing there?
He got booped off to the other side from the bomb.
Oh, I see.
Just-
And then he just holds behind them.
Yeah.
We're watching it from Magma's POV. I think I swapped a Reaper here to try to do something. And then back to McCree.
Look at that! I got the shield. Did
Oh yeah.
I just press it beforehand?
Here, let's see. Yeah, you press it
That's-
right as it came out, I think. So I think the ability was still activating, but your shields hadn't come out yet.
Doesn't EMP get? Oh.
Yeah,
really
it's
weird.
supposed to. So
400 IQ.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
look at that inhuman reactions.
That's so weird.
Any way to slow this down even more?
Things. So. Yeah, you
Is
get right as it
something line
comes
of
out.
is like B Money body blocking it?
You can't
The
body block
tracer.
EMP.
You can't body block EMP.
I don't know if that's not true.
Pretty sure you can.
I know like really small bullshit signs were blocking it at some point. The character's just buggy.
Well, yeah, but that's line of sight. Players don't
So
necessarily.
like, yeah, you can't
constitute
body
line of
block a
sight.
diva bomb without like a
Yeah,
shield.
you can't body block.
Yeah.
I think live for EMP.
I think EMP works the same way.
Speaking of body blocking diva bombs, oh boy, can't wait.
Yeah, we get to see Fuzz pause, and then you can kind of see it out of the corner of the screen, but you only really see Spoon.
The Tracer Hammond thing, I think, works so like really well.
Yeah, we destroyed Magma.
You knock someone up, and
Yeah.
then it's a predictable arc to one clip. Or, I
And he's
guess
like half
a
health
clip.
already. Like,
If you land on them, they're 100 HP. That's an easy kill.
from their perspective, they're oh, I'm dead.
Alright. So they're gonna set a bastion here. Which means they can't push into us at all on this map. So I think as soon as we realize it, we should just like rotate one way to point, line of sight as best we can, and if they try to set it up somewhere we can speed onto them, we just wait and do that.
Yeah, we have to wait
The
till they
Doomfist
rotate,
is
and then-
unfortunate.
And then when we see the bastion moving, then that's when we pounce on them.
When we called to play on point, did we just not listen to that?
Yeah, I think we called
I
them.
think
we
ATZ
do, but-
charged in.
Just
Yeah, there you go.
took a while.
Yeah, he
to see
charged
when
it.
the
in.
charge.
He thought he could get someone. And then we call for like the Rhine here who charges in. with like mild follow up. So I'm just gonna be playing like this corner, and I think I'd die because of it. I should be just playing on like this side of the point, waiting for Ryan to come back. That does give
Moira is
all the
super split
space.
for Moira.
Yeah, that's my fault.
Yeah,
Also,
just-
we don't have a Ryan to like be coordinated behind at that point.
Yeah, we just basically have to use the screens for cover.
If we can get out with Zarya energy, I think that's fine. But
I get cut
this
off
is
here.
lost. Or like ult charge. I almost have grab. That's fine.
We're supposed to be getting a new map soon.
So if they're Bastion and we're still on this, I think their best bet is actually just set up on high ground with the Bastion and contest when necessary. Instead, they do this like really bad setup, and then they rotate it to like a slightly better place. But it's still like within sight of us. They do call us going high ground. But I feel like we should just lose this fight if they're positioned that better.
I think we get at Earth Shatter.
Yeah, we get a nuts Earth Shatter. And they like counter shatter. But it's too late.
The coalescence kept
We
us
need
up.
to not linger there.
Yep.
I die because I'm in too fast.
Coalescence helps a ton. Though.
Yeah.
Robin both would have died.
Lucio.
Just I was like, who's contesting? I immediately looked up there because I was like, it has to be Lucio.
Like I expected him to be wall riding, not just standing up there. So it took me like an extra second or two.
I hate holding here. Or anywhere further back. Like I kinda just want to be corralling them here as much as possible.
Do you want me up there too? Like that far?
Like
Or
I
can
think you
spam
can
from,
be like hiding behind here, like kind of where Robin is. So that way you can
Escape
line of
pod,
sight things using whatever this
Escape pod.
choke
What happened
is.
to
Yeah.
HZ though? Did he charge break off?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they beat in. But like, if we're here, it's like we can't follow up on the grab as they come through choke. We don't get to see like this flank as easily.
I was still coming from spawn too.
Yeah, I realize that. Yeah, he
Get
charges him up.
trapped and I don't die. That was sick.
So now we're in like stall mode. I know it's even, but like them having Ryan and us not having Ryan is kind of big. We get a pick.
I think once we got that sound barrier off, we were in
Fine.
opening position to fight. Because theirs
Yeah,
was gone by then.
Both. Barcode.
Yeah, we're not really pushing up to the choke here. We're not giving ourselves a lot of angles. Or short pin opportunities. In fact, we're just giving, yeah. Good on us to only get the Ryan hard caught in it, but like, I thought we were gonna push in with the Cole. So you see me like come this way.
Yeah, I was just trying to keep them out,
Everyone's
like,
just
up from the
fucking
graph.
left.
Yeah.
So
I don't know,
died.
we were kind of
No,
pressing
no,
the shit
no.
ton.
That's just
Yeah.
a
Gave your wife a
awareness thing
start.
on my part.
The
Could've been worse.
sacrifice.
Yeah, they had grab tire that fight and we lose a brig. Like, that's fine. Huh. Alright, I don't think this is winnable from here, but I think we're going to
I think we stalled us to
Stalls
9 now.
us,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is
dry
kinda
fight from here.
ridiculous. We spend a lot of ults. doing
Do
It
we-
that.
looks so
Do we
funny.
tire? I think
Yeah.
at some point we decide
Look
that
at where I
it's
am.
still winnable.
Look where I am. Look how I died to that. I'm so mad. I think it canceled my tire too.
Like at this point, I think we need to be doing something that we need to practice for 2 CP, which is calling who's on, who's off, and whether you can get on off. So like, Corndog does a nice thing here, where like their capping point right now, he rides on to stall it thanks to a bubble, gets low, and then just like leaves, right? And then it's someone else's time to get on, survive for as long as they can, still staying alive if possible, and then leaving. We can like slow regroup. If they die, they
Yeah.
die. But like,
And let's make sure we say leaving, because we don't want to get that confused with retreating, because then it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
everyone gets back off of the point.
like now we have 4 here, and I think we contribute. Use an ult here.
No,
that-
I lost it when I got charged.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, I
Oh, you
I was
lost a
really
tire.
upset about it.
Unlucky.
We use a grav here. I think
Yeah, I
I'm
think
in
we
spawn.
just shouldn't have used any ults here.
I know there were comms going down. I was in spawn. I was like, "Is this winnable?" And someone said yes. So people started contributing.
It looked winnable.
Just fine, yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, I felt.
It was close.
Honestly, even if it was winnable, it didn't matter, because, like,
Like we can just build this up and then use an ult
We-
advantage on this.
yeah, could have just ulted them.
Either way. Can you hear the rhythm games in my background?
No.
No.
Not,
Okay, good.
I mean, I guess, like, kind of hear it, but it's
Was it?
really discernible from anything else.
I can check my settings real quick.
It's not
You're
big.
fine.
Noise gate should be fine now.
Well, the question is, what rhythm game is it?
What rhythm game is it?
Oh, Sue.
No idea. It's a mobile one. What
Oh.
rhythm game are you playing? Bandery? Bang Dream. I see. Not really. They just asked.
Is that Big Spoon?
No, that is not Big Spoon.
Not Big Spoon.
It's not Big Spoon.
That's the big spoon. You've all been.
J-
wondering
they were
about.
just wondering what the song was. Get
When
destroyed
you're
by
married,
Tyler.
you don't have time for little spoons. You gotta go all in.
I'm not getting married anymore.
A2 is hiding in a corner because he's like, I'll touch. But I think Corndog says he can touch.
Yeah, I was going to touch.
Yeah.
And then me and him both were together.
Yeah.
We had a much better point presence because I was able to help him get out of there.
Yeah.
And we broke through fine with the tire.
Wrecking ball to get back. Who are we on? Well, this guy
I'm just
needs to
putting
be
pressure on the
careful.
Pharah. I don't know if that's the right play, but
I mean, that seems fine. She has no one to heal it. You're like the only one who
Yeah.
can, kind of.
I
Unless
was
Moira wants to
trying as
contribute.
well.
Yeah.
I was kind of trying to shoot her a bit too, but
because you
This-
watched Magma's POV, right? They took forever to swap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This charge is like, I don't know what happened there. It took actual years. Like this charge is just ambitious. But oh well. Okay, that's.
he
Yeesh.
just is
He's
leaving,
gone.
dude.
Is there an emote for this? It's like
I just fucking love A2C sometimes.
Yeah.
I can't do that one.
Dan's game.
All of them.
I think this one fits nicely.
At this point, they lost it.
Yeah, too many kills on.
Alright. So their team
did
comp doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Is little Pisoon a typo that
Yeah,
you
it's a
made when
typo, and
making
I
your
can't
account?
correct it. For the record.
I figured, but I was like,
tried.
maybe it's just like an intricate meme.
Yeah. If we have any hit scan at all, like the Pharah and this guy have to be together, and if you don't have any DPS or supports really that need to stand behind the shield, you might as well just run dive tanks. Just kind of like what we're doing here. I do really like Widow this map.
He's-
I've been having fun
Interesting.
with it.
I've been watching Tyler, and like when he was running it on this map, instead of going the high ground up here, he was actually just controlling like the mega room down here. But that might have been
Okay.
an evolution because at their ELO, everyone's running the Widow. And so like you're playing at a slightly different angle and you have better retreat, like longer hallways to look
Yeah.
down.
Yep.
Because you
I agree.
control basically the same space as you do from up here as you do down there.
Yeah, that height doesn't give you barely any angles.
Yeah.
Over Rhine
Yeah, it
Shield.
doesn't let you see over the wall, so it doesn't really give you any advantage.
Yeah.
Here.
All right. I'll keep that in mind.
And then what I've seen them do also is like instead of holding here for choke if they're running a Pharah who can come across, you kind of hold like way the fuck back here.
It's also
So you can
slightly
see
better
like this
for your
sight line.
sight
Yeah.
lines playing that angle, because like those signs are kind of in the way, and the high ground is like kind of concave, like
Yeah.
inside. So it's harder to land the shots than like if you're just standing right there next to the doorway, you can just peek in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one
You
thing
don't have to
this
take as wide of an angle.
one thing this comp is atrocious at doing is taking space.
Yep.
They have to wait for they have to wait for like this poke to come through. And like we just surround and collapse on them here. Granted, they don't move from like this position for a while.
Yeah, if they
With their
had
Lucio?
dive tanks, it'd
If
be
they
a
had
lot
just like
easier for
immediately moved
them.
to point, it might have been a bit more problematic. But like we could still do some fun stuff. So like I don't
Dive
like
tanks
our
would-
positioning here right now. I feel like we can just like move up into this space if they're gonna give it, and force them to either go this way, or like just slowly surround them and just like tickle the Rhine with your like Tesla cannon.
Yeah.
Just wait for something to happen. Because right now I'm setting up the flank here. As long as we're not actually hard engaging, like they can't do anything except like spam us down with like this.
Wait, you said go into that second hallway there, second opening.
Like
Or
I'm
the-
saying, like instead of like firing from here, since the Winston right now isn't doing anything, is just like walk up and just like pressure their tank line.
Well, I also didn't want to walk into the range of Rhine hammers. Is that just
Yeah,
fine?
like the Tesla cannon is perfectly fine. It can sit just outside of range if you manage it. And like Diva's fine where she is, honestly. But like I'm trying to get a crossfire here, so like they want to walk this way, and I want to prevent them from doing so. And I'm not convinced that being here necessarily does that. Maybe if you're pressing from this angle, it gives the Widow like an additional angle. Maybe I like that.
That makes
it
it
gets-
so Farah can spam out our tanks without me really seeing her. though.
Yeah, if
That
you
is
stand
true.
here, then like Corndog can't contribute either. And
Yeah.
Because if I remember, I don't know if it was this scream or the one before this, the Pharaoh is already in that inner courtyard firing at us. So that's why I had to kind of play that doorway.
Yeah.
Farah loves the spam in third.
Yeah. Ooh. You get out, Robin? Because that was a nice like displacement. Yeah, we do. Okay. Like I don't. Yeah. Maybe we don't have to
When?
be this close.
Yeah.
But, like.
So I
Right,
remember
too.
on what's the other one called? The Gardens, I think.
Gardens.
So their
Just-
Pharaoh was just flying around inside like she can do here, and I can't shoot her. Like,
Yeah. If
how
you
do I just?
just contribute whatever damage you can to whatever.
All right.
Like
Because I think I end up moving into close to point here, and just being
Like
stupid.
if she's gonna stay in this
Yeah.
space, then suddenly like Diva finds her much easier, especially with their Mercy down. Like they have low healing.
Yeah.
If you can get damage on anyone, and their Rhine shield was the first one you killed, so like they don't have anywhere to stand against you.
Yeah, if she has to
think it
hug
should
the
be
wall,
fine.
it's a lot easier for Diva to
I
get the
understand if
kill.
you're like unable to look at the Pharah. And now the Rhine's back, and I bomb them because I'm impatient. I just want this to end. They somehow
Yeah.
capped, which is fine. We end up winning the fight. They swap to dive tank. They keep the Zarya, which is bizarre to me. They have their Widow duel, but they don't have high ground control or space. So where are we? Corndog's way the fuck back. He's not diveable.
Yep.
It's great. They come like through this underpass. I don't see
He's
where
headshotable.
you are right now, B-Money.
I actually have an angle through the doorway there, and I just
Through
kind
like
of
this
shoot
one?
into it.
Or this
No,
one?
through this one or the second one you made. Except
Yeah.
I'm like on the high ground, where
okay.
the elevator sometimes is,
Yeah.
and I can like shoot through that.
So like, what are they supposed to do? They kind of gotta like come out and like contest this high ground first, I think, or just like
I think-
rotate to point away from this courtyard because right now we just have all the sight lines in there. Widow can't do anything.
They might have been able to just push through Mega as well with Lucio. Maybe come from the backside.
Like this way, or you mean
no,
this
like
way?
yeah, that way.
If they do
'cause,
that,
like
we just rotate away from it, right?
I guess,
and they-
but like with speed boost, they can do that a lot faster than me. They have the jump cooldowns. They
Well,
have the
yeah,
speed
but like if
boost.
they're in this hallway area, like the Winston jump is awful. Like it just doesn't go anywhere. He just
More
hits the
so
ceiling.
like once they speed out, like that lantern on the right side, like once they get out of that doorway, I'm probably only like, where do I rotate there? Courtyard or to their side?
I think
Hi.
it depends on where we're positioned.
I would just go back to point if they were going into there. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd
Just move
go.
closer.
That's kind of what I was
then
preparing.
I
play,
think
like,
the Widow
back
just
point.
hides almost.
Yeah.
Play by the pack.
The Widow doesn't follow the rotation, just does something else. So like they try to dive you here, if I recall. They like speed out of here and then they take this amazingly long jump. So my first instinct, like you'll watch me, I'm honing in on the Winston. Because I know he doesn't have ultimate, and I know he just burned a cooldown. But we go on someone else? We find someone else to go on. A2's like late on the jump here. But we have like a great pocket. Healers are pocketing each other. That's fantastic. Danny's a little bit in the middle of everyone, but can't really be
think I
avoided because of
leave
like
him.
Guardian Angel.
She was
Yeah.
yelling at me to peek her.
I think we called out the
Oh,
Mercy,
yeah,
and
that's
then
right.
comms broke down after that.
Yeah. So like I'm by myself right now. So who do we land on? Mercy. Okay, that's my fault because I'm back here dying right now. I need to not be there. But like we want to counter dive here. We have the space. They're forced to make a play. Fortunately, their Widow gets a pick here.
They
Res
die
the
after
Lucio.
resing you.
Just transient stall at this point.
Yeah, we end up winning this.
Yeah.
Do we? Oh
Yes.
I don't know if that
Forgot
or
about
if my
that.
res was the right play. It won, but I don't know if it was the right play.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
yeah. I'm not. Well, they had the blade. I think you probably would have died anyway.
That's
Can't get
Risky
headshot.
reses every once in a
if
while.
you watch from his point of view for that shot. Whew. That was a
Okay.
spicy angle. Like
I'll be right back.
Even, I think Aeon was like, "How? Like, where was she?"
yeah. You were in the next county.
Yeah.
It was literally this sight line.
Into their spawn, like just outside their house.
They burnt because of that. They burn res, so I get to stick, and they never get like a coordinated fight.
Mm.
Oh, we don't get the Mercy.
She
I'm
was
back.
really low.
That was so close.
I'm gonna go after this map because I need to eat dinner.
Yeah, I get you. We seem like a little all over the place, but like there was a bomb going on here. I think this is the only time A2 and I were on the same target, which
Good
says more
team,
about
man,
me
yeah.
than it does about him, because I have the mobility to just follow him. That's what I'm finding. I'm too alone on Tracer. I need to be following someone else's damage. Stop trying to act like or whomever I'm hitting is most important. It's whomever like the Winston or the D.Va is hitting, because their damage is harder to apply. Alright, what the fuck happens here?
Did we lose this one?
No, we almost do.
I think we win at the end. I
Yeah,
think
we
it's
won.
in 99.
We fuck up a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame myself for that. What is this point of view? Okay, you're bad. Alright,
T tours.
there's the boop down. A2 accepts it kindly and just gives up the space. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because yeah,
I
the
think
Lucio
he
is
saw
in.
Lucio. Yeah.
Yeah, we almost get him. What happens? He's half. We don't jump after him. I'm the only one who goes. I guess that's fine. They have a Sombra. Sombra hasn't done anything yet. Like both their healers are low. Do we get either of them? I feel like right now I'm following on this call, and the tanks have
I
turned
think
onto
we
the
end up
Mercy.
Yeah.
Okay, we get one, but it costs us A2.
And Lee falls off.
I don't know what boop. I got booped. I don't know what booped though.
Lucio.
But it would have shown the boop icon to kill me.
No, that was the boop right there.
How come it
You can
doesn't show
see it?
his- It makes me look like a fool when it doesn't have a Lucio name next to me, you know? Like I
Oh,
just
you
fell
do
off.
get booped. Yep.
Maybe I like hit the floor and then fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you probably hit the ledge of the rock or something, but didn't make it back up.
At this point, things are fucked. I think I stall a bit, just trying to get some more ult charge or something
You prevent him from like taking.
for
like
a hot
percentage.
minute, but
I don't know. I agree with that. I agree with what you did.
I'm not
Yeah, I mean,
leaving, so I might as well die on point.
It bought time to res, so
Yeah, A2 dies twice.
too far forward.
This is actually closer than I thought it would be. I think that's because their focus wasn't that good.
I shouldn't at all. I was mostly worried about Sombra.
Yeah,
Too carried
Sombra.
away.
I think when we're running a comp that's like 1, 2, 3, like we
should
mostly
base-
want to be running counter dive and just waiting for like the Widow to take space, and you three should be moving like almost in tandem for the most part. If you
Alright.
can. Like I understand if like the Mercy has to jump in to like heal a tank, if she can do it safely. But like for the most part, I think we can instead just like creep up slowly as the three of us, try to use try to get out some enemy resources, and then like retreat back to people for heals if we need to. I don't know, it doesn't work if we don't have like position like this. We probably have to be a bit more aggressive. But like for the opening we can at least do that, I think. And it definitely
sure
works
I
on
played
payload
for-
maps. Like Gibraltar. You don't have to be the one jumping first since we have the better poke phase. Biggest issue is if the Sombra gets on our back line uncontested. Alright, so we lose this one. So right now we don't have the Widow sightlines. I think Widow can... Like, we have to figure out right now where the next fight is going to take place so we can rotate Widow to that place. Because if it's right here, then you can stand on like this back ledge and see
Yeah.
that shit. And you can even see like slightly into point here.
Yeah.
And then you can maybe like drop down and rotate here. But if like the
Yeah.
Sombra spots you, it can be really rough. And like the Zen doesn't really want to go there with the Mercy. Then
Yeah, the
again,
two
I think
yeah.
A2 wants to like come this way and fight this way. I don't know. It's kind of hard to retake with the Widow, but the Widow's still like good. I don't know.
I think at this point Lee said something about just escorting our Widow to like right here,
Yeah.
and then
Being congested right here can be really bad though. So we take the space, we end up
Especially versus Lucio.
coordinating a dive here. I'm not in position right now because I didn't realize that's what the plan was. Like, him not going that way seems fine because if you go there, you probably get demeched too, and the bubble should be able to keep him up for a little bit. And maybe making sure that this doesn't destroy us is probably best. Because, like, I think controlling the fire, it might be more of your job than necessarily following up on the Winston. Like, I should already be there. That's probably why things don't go so right. There's the EMP, there's a bomb. Yeah, I need to get out. Fight's over. Did you watch that from Magma's perspective? It was crazy.
no.
Yeah.
He like leapt at someone and then got booped, and so he just did like a super jump straight off the edge.
It's funny.
This song gives us issues.
There's one time I was playing Pharah, we had a Lucio, we were on Oasis Gardens, and he had jumped from their side of the of the objective, like from mid on the point, and he had jumped up to try to get to the high ground. Our
Yeah.
Lucio booped him up, and he landed right on the ledge where my concussion mine hit him. So he just went flying into the ocean over where he intended to dive. It was so funny.
I have no idea what they're doing here.
Me either.
I watched it from
Yeah,
their
they do.
perspective. They seem to be like coordinating stuff, but they just completely give up all space. Like their Sombra, I don't even think is like scouting or letting them know which way we're going, but like
Yeah.
they completely lose this fight because they just give us bridge for free. They dive, we
Dives in
Valk.
without all.
You end up burning trance.
Yeah, the
Jesus.
Valk wasn't gonna save him through the trance, or through the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems fine.
He
If-
dies without the trance.
Yeah. I'm not worried about that. We don't really have, unless you can get it like clutch as the EMP comes out. Like we're not saving it for anything in particular. So we already got what should be the fight win from here.
If I die, we won't have won that fight though, which is why I popped it.
Yeah.
Didn't get much value for other people, but would have just.
It
straight
is just a little
lost.
unfortunate. It is like both supportals.
Yeah.
But we need to win this fight. We get some nice staggers here. We have some good positioning.
You get a sick res.
The dumbest res.
What the hell? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how that worked, 2H.
They were backing off. I thought I had it, but
Mercy.
it was a little
I'm
risky.
playing a little with fire here. I need to back up.
I almost come super far left and kill the Mercy.
What,
but I
like over
missed
here?
'cause I suck. Yeah. Like through that angle.
Yeah.
Oh
you,
god,
you
that
get to
was
see like
nasty.
your.
Yeah.
I love that
I
one.
was really sad I missed it.
Other than that, I might just play back here.
Yeah, that's where I
Like
was
like
like defaulting.
like you start here or here, and then you like retreat back to this space. And the Zen can
Yeah.
too. So they have to decide whether they're actually going to pressure point with their tanks or commit to a dive.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's where I stood.
And like you should be safe from the Pharah
Yeah.
as Zen, and then the Widow can control most of the sight lines. The Sombra is an issue though, because she can scout where you went. Yeah, there's the angle. Alright, so they go this way. The Sombra's not doing anything. I'm trying to pinch from the backside. A2 hasn't realized that they've rotated already? Or something? I don't
I
know.
called out they were going right.
Yeah, I know we call it. I mean, you can see like the D.Va moving in that direction right now. So like their Pharah is not going to have great sight lines here, based upon where we are.
Which is why I'm kind of playing that corner there.
He
so I can
dives here.
avoid-
He should just die for this. I think.
He's ult.
Yeah.
I think
He has
grabs
ult, yeah.
Mega.
That's like the only thing that saves him. Because like neither healer can help him here. He's too far away for the orb. Mercy with suicide going for him. He's like forced to burn this. If like either of their DPS is paying attention to.
He has the Mega as well.
Yeah. Like they just don't.
They
go
just
elsewhere.
don't respond to him.
They end up going and pressuring
Their
mid instead,
supports, like,
which is
look
fine.
at 'em.
That's like 6 seconds that Robin can't be helped by Winston. But he's being double pocketed, so it's not that big a deal. They beat.
Andy assault.
Winston jumps in. Corndog gets pocketed.
I barely
Uh,
survived that.
He just like gives up on you. Oh,
I thought he was over the edge.
yeah.
I landed right on the edge there. I was like, oh god.
Is this where Corndog goes off?
Yeah.
Or is this the fight after?
No, it's overtime.
Couldn't remember if it was like their overtime or our overtime.
I think it's both because I think it's like
I can't hear the comms here, but I feel like we're not on the same target.
yeah.
It's always an
Someone
issue.
said Farah, and I was like, oh, I can't kill her.
You can't see her because she's above this
Yeah.
line. Yeah, I think you can just hit whatever you want. Whatever you can get value on safely.
Hey, you
Killed
got
the
her.
bear, though.
I pushed way up to do it.
I mean, at that point, I think it's okay for B money
This
to
is
ignore
it
this
was
if you
a
can.
9999.
Yeah, like I'm not expecting the Widow to follow target calls necessarily. In this instance, he almost acts as like an independent unit in terms of what he can damage, because he can just 100 to 0 most of these characters, or let us know whom we can follow up like a headshot on, or a DMech on, you know?
Or a body shot on a squishy.
Yeah, he's more there to like limit. He's there to threaten a shit ton of space, more than anything else. And if he's able to do that safely while contributing damage to other targets, and if he gets someone like important low, we can follow up on it. That should be good enough. I know, like, if we drop this for like a Genji, then it's like kind of like the Tracer's job to be a little bit more solo, and that, like, yeah, she still wants to follow up on the damage from her tanks, but if she sees like a Zen alone in the background, she can just zip in one clip. She doesn't have to like wait for other people to dive, you know? She gets to play a little bit more independently.
Also, I don't know why you guys are talking about the Harmony Orb. It's been
Yeah,
on
it was
Danny this
awesome.
entire time.
Yeah, it's on A2 now.
We were chirping.
But
You're
you
like,
you
"Do
were
you
just
have a
like
har-"
popping people in the face, so I don't know if it even matters.
Yeah. I was just like, I thought I had a Harmony Orb, and looking back, I had Harmony on someone the whole time.
We just want to bully you.
Yeah. Discredit the little victories that I get. I see how it is.
Hey man, if you see me in a bad position, I want you to fucking tell me, and I can either discuss my reasoning or be like, yeah, my bad, I shouldn't have been there, or
Yeah.
that was a bad bomb, or wow, my recalls are really awful, which they are, and you won't see it in this VOD, but like my tracking after being out of the game for 5 days was atrocious, which is why when I went sim, I was like, I can just spam a hallway and then
He's just
put turrets up
fucking spam
somewhere.
right clicks.
Yeah, and I can actually like, I won't be contributing as well as if I could actually aim, but like, I can at least have some sort of like efficacy.
You had some decent shots on Widow when you played her.
I don't know. I felt really
At
rough.
least at some points you did. I definitely noticed an impact on times.
Good old
Alright.
Jib.
I don't think we need to go over the other maps. I think it's more just like we need to establish a target caller.
Yeah.
I think we had good communication. I think they let us get away with a little bit because they were not terribly coordinated. I would like to experiment a little bit more with some of the comps that they ran, mainly like bringing the Sombra in instead of maybe a Tracer,
More
especially against like
Doomfist.
Hammer. More Doomfist, yeah.
More Doomfist.
Everyone loves Doomfist.
I will say though, this meta is looking to be very promising. It looks so diverse now. Because like I said earlier, without the snipers being like super meta, it lets you play things other than Mercy Zen. And when you have other healer comps, that lets you run so much more of like other characters.
Yeah.
And then like characters like Hammond getting introduced to not only deter snipers, they get countered by characters like Sombra who start seeing play more, and like same thing with Doomfist. So I'm really liking how this meta is shaping up. It doesn't seem like anything's gonna be too stagnant. So we just have to wait until Blizzard fucks it up by adding a new hero or balance change that throws everything off. Or for meta to settle. I don't